Ortiz. It's the 29th of September 2021. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. So we do the disclaimer, use allegedly, nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. We have gotten investigatory orders, like for example a wiretap order, some based on what you guys have said in a recording that was obtained initially by a leak. I guess they thought David wanted to fire his attorney, Jim McGew, thought he was a leak. Maybe David's the leak. I don't know. I'm not told that. So they did what they threatened last night. Make sure she can't make any money. So it makes those people where she's staying pissed off because she can't pay them. You tried that tonight because you got caught last night. So we still have an I told you so. It's still you've caused drama. And so, we did get more today of what you said. That's what happens. It's not, Mr. Mr. Perry can't get a date. He doesn't have a woman that wants to hold his hand or anything. He's just some kind of wannabe fruitcake, tutti frutti. He doesn't get a real date. 13 years I've known this person. Never been on a date with him. I wouldn't go on a date with him. He gets told on. He doesn't get the date. He gets told on every day. It's not happened once or twice. It's not happened for a day or a week or a month. It happens every day, all day long. We get more and more and more information from inside his criminal organization. And this guy is so stupid, and our shrink thinks mentally retarded, that he acts like he has no idea what it means that we have all that. So he's got a guy that is his bitch named Calvin. He's bald and fat. Here, he helps take my money. So they did talk about, we're going to make sure she can't make any money, so it pisses off the people where she's staying. We want her on the streets. We like torturing women. We are sexual, dysfunctional, sadistic, misogynists who are fail. We can't keep up with everyone else. We can't be normal. We're deviant. We're strange-o. We're boring. We got mommy issues. Mommy humiliated us as kids, and we can't get over it like men. And if we pick on anybody, it's a dude. Go in a biker bar and pick on a dude, a biker dude. You got how many men sitting around in a meeting, Calvin? You included, to try to make me fail. One chick. Does that make you feel tough? To act like that? Well, we think you're pathetic, frankly. So we got this one today. This was a good one. So apply the but-for legal standard, the reasonable prudent individual standard, and I assert all constitutional rights. We all do. So we got this one today. My concern is this comment about, she texted to David about, I'm not Wyatt Earp. I didn't come into town to mop up. I don't want to know about all this corruption. Whatever corruption you got, I don't want to know. I came here to not have a drama. I came here to get away from Charles Perry and have no conflict and no drama. My job was to get you elected. You got elected. That was the end of it, right? Except you've made it where it's not. And the more you do this stuff to me, the more we get. Because here's the thing. You trafficked me. You want to pay me. I'll give you all the stuff that you want. I'll give you a big house. I'll support you. I'll give you all the money you want. But you got to suck 20 of my buddies' dicks when I bring them over. And if you don't do it like they want, you go with no food for days. You can go eat out of a dumpster in Houston. We don't just know that you trafficked me. We know who you trafficked me to, which is pretty specific, Mr. Perry. So who in law enforcement got me that information? Who has the actual recordings? Who gave me this? See, the thing is that's who you gotta convince. No one else matters. No one else is getting this kind of information. None of your other victims have it. Who's Monique, Charles? Who's Monique? Who is Calvin to you? How do you know him? Who's Lucious to you? Who is Sonjay, Blankenship, Desiree, Richard? Who are those people to you? How do you know them? Because those are people I've not met that I know of. Richard I met because he came into the club and said, "Hi, I'm Richard." I knew it was him based on what he did. Took a picture. My strap fell off. It broke. I was giving him a lap dance and my strap on my shoe broke. Remember, I knew you were trying to get me on prostitution by sock in Oklahoma and Texas. If you go around with your shoes off, you could get a minor infraction. It's a ticket. but it's called prostitution. But here's the thing, unless a guy gives you money for the act of taking your shoes off, you don't have fuck. Richard gave me money for a lap dance. Girls take their shoes off all the time because you're walking around in those 8-inch heels. Your feet are gonna hurt. It's not a sex act. Your feet fucking hurt. What the other reason we take them off is if we want to stand up on on the chair and do an air dance. No touching, just an air dance. We don't want to poke a hole in the furniture. We'll take our shoes off for that. Again, the money's being exchanged for, not for taking your shoes off, that act. The money's being exchanged for a lap dance. If you're walking around with no shoes on because your feet hurt, there's no money being exchanged for anything at all. Your feet hurt. So Mr. Perry's tried very, very hard to try to find some way to false arrest me. Again, he needs a smear campaign. He wants to get me in a room and sit me down and explain why I should lie and be his bitch and go suck 20 of his friends' dicks and go voluntarily be trafficked to this realtor man in Houston that he sold me to. I'm like, that guy's pathetic. He can't get a date the normal way. He's got to buy a girl, and then he's going to rape me every day, and I'm supposed to go, sure, I'll be right over. Torment and torture. Somebody said that. If she were to go, he would torture her. Unimaginable torture. He's doing it to her now. How much worse would it be if she actually went? He's trying to abduct her. You want to take my driver's license? We heard y'all talking about it. Got to get her driver's license, because that's what you do when you traffic a woman. You strip them down till they have nothing left. They're a lot easier to traffic. Right? That's what you've been trying to do, coax me to Texas so you can do more to me. You were recorded talking about it. Here's the thing. When you talk about it one time, that's all we need to prove. Mains Ray, you intend to commit a crime. You knew it's a crime. You planned the crime, and you intended to cause some sort of injury to me. Because I'm sick right now, I have bronchitis really bad. Your little stunt that you pulled tonight, I should be able to make $60 in a couple of hours. Easy. But every time they get in my wallet, like Lucky used to say, get out of her wallet. He's the one that coined that phrase. Get the hell out of her wallet. You're inconveniencing people in my town because she can't pay her bills because you won't get your fucking hands out of her wallet. Is that why you murdered him and framed Mike? They were getting you on that? So I should have plenty of money to take off and let my body heal and recover from bronchitis. Instead, I had to go work, but I should be able to make $60 in a few hours. Not tonight. All fucking night long. They drug it on and on and on. So my guy's he said, I'm charging him with assault again. Because he, 1, expressed intent to cause bodily injury, to hurt you physically. 2, he did it. That little stunt tonight, they're going to pay for that. And you'll come out on the other side with more money. I'll make sure of it. So you're going to wish you hadn't done that. Plus, we'll get more intel out of it. Because my guys care about me. They love me. They want me to have a good life. They want everything to be good. So they tell me what you just said when you're trying to hurt me. They told me this. They told me that you wanted to take my money so I can't pay the people where I'm at and piss them off. You want to piss us all off, them and me. Because if I can't pay them, it's going to piss me off. And if they don't get paid, they're going to be pissed off. That's what you did in Manford, and like he told you to cut it out. Is that why you murdered him? So we don't get we have the recording of him talking about taking my driver's license like 100 times. And they get caught, so they'll go, let's wait till the dust settles and try again. Then they have another conversation about it when the dust settles, or they think it's settled. Then they get caught again, so then they'll talk about it again. They'll put it off. Now we don't just have one. We only need one. We got like 20 on the same topic. So it's going to be very hard for you when you're sitting in front of your jury to explain why how you didn't mean to commit a crime. You did mean to. You knew it was illegal. You knew it was a criminal act. You intended to cause bodily injury because I'm sick. And instead of having the money to just rest like I should, people know, Mr. Perry, that if I'm helping catch your crime like no one else has done before in your life, I'm capable of making money. There's no economy problem. They said we had record sales on Black Friday. Record sales. And Cyber Monday. Record sales. There's no economy shit. You're making that crap up. You're making a lot of crap up. So, what would happen? He did traffic me. He sold me. You're trying desperately to deliver. And everybody knows it. You don't have a lie. We just need her to apologize. How many times have we heard you say that? Over and over and over. We only need one to prove intent and premeditation, Mr. Perry. We've got one after the other. You want to take my driver's license. You want to traffic me. You sold me to a realtor in Houston. He's so pathetic he can't get a date the normal way. You want to have raped me and allow other men to rape me. And if I don't do what they want, you'll starve me for days like you do now. Make me take a cold shower like you do now. We know exactly what you've done. Make me work when I'm really, really, really sick. My guys love me. They care about me. So when you do that crap to me, they get very upset and we get more. See, you can't get information. We can. Like that. Nobody will tell you a fucking thing. Who gave me the Fabian puzzle? Who gave me the McNamara email? Who gave me this? How'd they get the information from you to me? No one will tell you that. Because everybody's very, very angry at what you have done. And you don't seem to get that. When you fuck with me, we get more. I found out I was trafficked. Most women don't. I found out about your voyeurism problem. Your Peeping Tom problem. Most women don't. I know you guys cause the problems. Most women have no idea. But it's different when you do it to me. And the same every time you do it. Cause and effect. The cause is when you do it to me. The effect is you get caught. It's not happened once or twice. It's not happened for a day or a month or a year. It's happened every day, all day long, over and over and over and over again, for a decade. You know of 7 years. I quote you every day for 7 years. And you don't think you're in a lot of trouble? You're not all there. You don't have a date. Nobody will tell you who's helping me. But we can get information like that. You know why? Because we're nice to people. People like people who make things fun and easy. You make everything hard. You make everything miserable. If it's good, you ruin it. If it's something I like, you take it. You ruin and ruin and ruin and ruin. And you're fucked right now. More than you know. You're a mental... I asked our shrink, why is Mr. Perry not embarrassed by the stuff he does? He's a weirdo. He is a weirdo. I'd be embarrassed for him. I'm embarrassed for him. Why isn't he embarrassed? I would die. She goes, I told you he's mentally retarded. Doesn't know he should be. I thought he would try to prove me wrong. He's not even trying. If he's not trying, I don't think he can. I think he has no idea what you're saying. I don't think he understands you. There's a disconnect in that he's making phone calls trying to figure out who's stopping his crime, trying to find us. But he doesn't know what it means that we have the information we have, because he continues to do everything to provoke. Because these guys helping me love me. They want me to be happy. They want me to be healthy. They want me to eat right. They want me to, take care of myself. I can't do that. When you've sat down and planned, we're going to make sure she has to work and can't stay home and rest. And make sure she makes absolutely no money, because we want to piss her off and these people where she's staying so she can't pay them. So tonight was the first time ever I've taken upside down orders. I didn't have a choice. I had to make something. I didn't make near what I should have and could have. And it took all fucking night. What normally I could do in a few hours. Because you expressed intent to cause bodily injury. She's sick, make her sicker. She's sick, make her sicker. Then she'll have to go to Texas and be trafficked. And raped. And suck all my buddy's dick. Suck all my buddy's dicks, and I'm gonna make a rape. You're pimping me out. And if you don't do it like we want, you can just go a couple days without food. We'll make you take a cold shower like you do now. And we think you're not doing what we want. Your family can't help you. I know my ex-husband's a conduit of coercion. He helps me if you think I'm doing what you want, or you need a panacea. Otherwise, he won't, because you tell him not to. Alright, so as you can see, I'm sick, bad. So my guys care about me. They're upset about that. They're like, you should be able to have... You are smart enough to get 6 years in a strip club, not one slip up. I've made money all my life. I'm used to a very high standard of living, Mr. Perry. You can't keep up. You simply fucking can't keep up, JCPenney. You're welfare. You use people. You're a freeloader. You're using my body for your entertainment. And you don't get to do that for free. I'm sorry. It's sick that you think you can. And so, at some point, you're going to go to jail. There's going to be restitution paid to me. And what we don't get in restitution, because it's getting so much now, it's very easy to get a conviction against you. No question. It will be very easy. There's too many recordings of you, not one, but 20, on the same thing. I'm going to commit this crime against her. I know it's a crime. I know it's illegal. I want to hurt her. And I'm going to do it. We just heard your guy say we can't do what she wants. Really? Okay. We'll keep that in mind. I just heard you say it. So, we'll keep that in mind. I think that at some point in the future, you're probably going to wish you had. But you guys do what you do. I told y'all in 2020, you get sensations full of paying customers because you ran off their customers. Make that right. Fix it. Fix the broken in my family that you caused. Give my money back, get Mike back home with his family, and you get the fuck out of my life. Get out of it. And right now, what's happened is you didn't do it, so we got more and more and more and more. Every time you try to go at me, I found out you trafficked me. I found out who you trafficked me to. That's pretty specific information. Mr. Perry, you will never get a date with me. In 13 years, you've got no date. But you know what you do get? Told on and caught and told on and caught. How many times were you caught before you did it to me? How many after? Can you still count? Our shrink is convinced you're severely mentally retarded and deranged. And when I talk, you have no fucking idea what I'm saying. You call around looking for who it is telling me this stuff, and nobody will give you any information, will they? Nope. Too many people with a whole lot of power care deeply about me and not about you. And you don't give a shit. You just made me work an insane amount of hours for your canned food. For your fucking canned food. And you did it intentionally, and you told everybody what you were going to do. I think it was on Facebook, even. I'm pretty sure they put it on Facebook. Let me see. Right here. Right there. So when you go to jail, I'll get paid restitution for all this crap. And when I can't get restitution, I'm going to sue the shit out of you. My guys are like, just say cha-ching when he does this crap. Because you're going to get paid on the other end of it. On the back end of it. When we arrest him. He's going to be arrested. That's all there is to it. All of them are. That's why we're doing all this. It's not because we're bored. So, we get this one. I mean, there's all this. We got names every time he took my home. I'm taking my home over and over. Right? My guys are like, she can make money. We've known her most of her adult life. She can make money. She should have plenty of money where she can stay home and rest and get well. We want that. That's what's best for her. We care about her. He doesn't. We're the ones saving her life from him. while he makes her take a cold shower because she won't do what he wants. Or takes her money because she won't do what he wants because he's just pathetic. We get all these. She won't get a new apartment or a new car. And I threw a fit, so I had to. And the guy goes, now she can't say he wouldn't let her have her new apartment and a new car. And he goes, first of all, he shouldn't know or care about any of that. But he's a butt-in, so he does. And as soon as she gets it, it's just a little bitty fucking apartment and a little bitty old car. As soon as she gets it, he'll start trying to take it away from her. Watch. Don't tell me now she can't see he wouldn't let her get it. Don't tell me that, because you and I both know he'll start trying to take it away as soon as she gets it. He's an ass. That's why she can quote him. Everybody hates him. He's an asshole. Can't get a date with her. Okay, so that's what this says. Normally we would take their money, make it where they can't make money, these women. And then they can't pay their bill, and then they get kicked out of their house. We make sure they can't get a job. But since there's a COVID moratorium, we're going to have to do it on smoking. And then a couple of days later, remember, before and after. It's the same every time you do it to me, but it's different than all your other victims. The cause and effect is when you do it to me, you get caught. These are things we all learned in kindergarten. We didn't have to watch CSI. Okay, so a few days later she tried. Before, after, cause, effect, same, different. Again, we didn't, we spot a pattern the second time you do it. It takes you 7 years every day. We quote you and you don't realize you're in a lot of trouble. Calvin, how do I know your name? You're fat and bald. Because you're caught. When you do it to me, you get caught. Nothing else happens. In 7 years, not another thing has happened. I found out you trafficked me. It is Charles, it's a life sentence. That's not a trophy. It doesn't get you a date. Nobody wants you. Nobody loves you. We get more stuff like that. And I get names every time you get me kicked out of something. And you guys go, we'll do it anyway. And then you call around trying to figure out who's helping me. It's a disconnect. What it means that we have all this information. You have no idea what it means that we have it. It's like it just goes right over your head. Not a clue. It's so easy, it's not fair. So I'm telling the shrink, I think he should... I'm embarrassed by him. I'm very embarrassed by Mr. Perry. I wouldn't walk in a room with him for millions. He embarrassed the hell out of me. He's stupid and weirdo. He's creepy. And she goes, well, he doesn't know he should be embarrassed. I told you he's mentally retarded. I thought he was going to try to prove me wrong. He has not even tried. He's not even kind of trying. So what that tells me is he can't. He can't. So, alright, who's Lucious to you, Charles? Who is that? When you cause me a problem, we get names. When you cause me a problem with where I live, we get names. Lucious. Who is that to you? How do you know that person? See, nobody will tell you how we get this information, but we can get information. What does that tell you? People they don't like crime. They don't like your crime. They don't like crime at all, so why did you think they would like yours? Why do you think that? Nobody understands why you think this shit. We just need her to apologize and lie for us. Bunch of hillbilly bumpkins, country bumpkins, that think nobody will suspect a thing. Years and years and years of recording after recording after recording after recording, typed up in an email before you do it. You want my driver's license. We've heard you talking thousands and thousands of times about taking my driver's license. You're caught on trying to take my driver's license. You're caught on the trafficking. All of that's criminal activity. You're caught. You've been caught for a while. And y'all go, well, we're going to do it anyway. And we're like, oh my God, wow. This is why it's so easy. It's not even fair. The more I'm broke, the more mad my guys get because they love me. They care about me. They want me to be happy. They know my standard of living. You're JCPenney, Charles. You're welfare. You're freeloader. You're creepy. You're just fucking creepy. It's so embarrassing that you're so creepy. And you don't even, you're not one bit embarrassed. Not even a little. We're like, oh my God. What in the hell? My shrink's like I told you he's mentally retarded. He doesn't know he should be. So every time you guys, you know, I get one of these bullshit because you hacked my app and you jammed it up. Tonight they just completely cut off the internet service. Well, that's paid up for a while. My phone service and my internet service on my phone. All that's paid up for a while. There's no excuse for that. But the thing is if I can't close out an order, I don't get paid, and it looks like it's a late delivery. So they're trying to get me fired. You know, that's what they do. That substantiates the witness. They've substantiated 2 shrinks, one or more witnesses. I'm not going to get into that. And at thousands and thousands of recordings of them where we're like, well, I told you so. I did say that's what they were trying to do. It is all illegal to do that. Peeping is a felony. Hacking is a felony. Stalking is a felony. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. It's witness tampering. The act is grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce, some federal, some international, with intent to coerce. And now bodily injury, assault. I intend to make her sick and sicker so I can traffic her. I'll strip her of everything she's got. My ex-husband always helps me. Tell him not to. And then when you tell him to help me, you know, I mean, that's what you thought I was going to do what you wanted. I mean, based on when he helps and when he doesn't, that has a lot to do with what my guys are watching him for. They watch him the same way they did Terry Wagner. We told you straight up. If there's no fluctuations in the money, there's no coercion charge. If it goes up and down based on whether or not I'm doing what you think I'm doing what you want, then we got a coercion charge. Just like that, you did it anyway. It's so easy, it's not even fair. So, anyway, I never take anything less than $6, and it has to be $1 to $1.50 a mile. They fucked with my money so bad, I, for the first time ever, had to take upside down orders. And this one's fucking canned food, and you can't figure out why no woman wants to go out on a date with him, a real one. He watches TV and he pretends that's his life. He's that pathetic. That's like John Hinckley Jr. or a 1-year-old little girl sitting watching Frozen, pretending she's Ella. They go to Disney and they get the Walmart or wherever, Halloween costume. They get the little Frozen outfit. They got their little dollies, and they sing along and they pretend that they're in the movie. That's Mr. Perry. You're watching women he could never have, pretending that's a date. It's pathetic. I've never seen anything so pathetic. But where's Jacqueline and Jordan and Matthew when you do that? I mean, they need to be on top of your mental problem, and they're not. They need to be on top of your medical disease. You have Huntington's that makes you delusional. They're not on top of it. They might have some legal ramifications themselves because they're not on top of your psycho problem. You're psychotic. So, anyways, because of all that, we get more. They want my driver's license. Gotta get her driver's license so we can traffic her. Gotta starve her. Make her piss off those people where she's staying because make sure she can't pay. Make drama. So she gets kicked out. She's on the streets and we can traffic her and give Cynthia another I told you so. Substantiate more recordings of us. Make it so easy it's not fair. So this one was earlier this morning. My concern is this Wyatt Earp text. She's talked about the mafia, local mafia sitting on top of the local police. Running the police departments. Not the chief. Well, the public wants the chief to, and they don't want the thugs to. People don't like crime. What made you think they'd like yours? We can get information and you can't. Can you put all that together in your head? Because y'all are very mentally slow, all of you. Very, very fucking mentally slow. It's very frustrating and irritating to have to deal with some people that stupid. We can get this shit easily. We have for 7 years. McNamara email was 7 years ago. Do you understand the significance of that email? We think you have no idea. Not a clue. So, that's fine. we'll just keep quoting you until you go to jail. And then, get so much that it's just piled on top of you and you will never dig out. Then I'll never be broke again. I won't have to worry about somebody taking my driver's license or my car or my home, or making me be sicker than I was when I left him last night. So, what this guy's saying basically is that they've had the mafia sitting on the locals for years and tormenting them, and they're all tired of it. And we think that maybe someone complained to her and requested an assist, and boy, howdy, they got one. Big one. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before, and the more Charles goes at her, the more they get, evidentiary-wise, that will convict him, and he won't get out of jail, and she won't be broke again, and the local cops won't have to deal with the thugs around here ruining everything they try to do or letting them off, and, threatening them. Somebody, somewhere, maybe it was those two that she first talked to, that said, we want Charles and us to find a way to arrest you. Just find something, like the shoe thing, the prostitution by shoe Richard was trying to do. But what happened with Richard is it just happened to turn out that my shoe strap broke off right in front of him. I had to pull it off and go get another one, so I had to take my shoes off for that. So he was in there for a whole different thing. He was in there to try to get me on the prostitution by sock thing. But the thing is unless there's money paid for that act in particular, I'm not sure it qualifies as anything. You took your shoes off, whoop-de-doo. Nobody paid me to take my shoes off specifically, so where's the prostitution? There's no sex in it for sure. I mean, I would argue that there has to be money paid for that act in particular, or there's no crime here. There's no prostitution, and there's no sex in taking your shoes off. The shoes are being taken off because your feet hurt, and most of the time there's not even customers there. The shoes are being taken off so you don't poke a hole in the furniture. It has nothing to do with anything else. So I would argue there's nothing there to that charge, unless the guy says, I want to give you I'm going to give you money. Now, for the money I'm going to give you, I want you to take your shoes off. They take their shoes off. That might be a charge there, but there's no money exchanging hands for that act specifically. I don't think there's a... What are you charging me for? Because Charles Perry told you to come in here and just find something. Every girl at every strip club takes their shoes off at some point. So, I mean, you'd have to... It's called selective prosecution. You'd have to target me because you're corrupt and you're his bitch. So Richard came in to see about that, and I did take my shoes off, but it was for just happened to be a different reason. My strap broke. That's how I know Richard. All these other people, I don't know that I've met them, but we have their names because Charles pissed my guys off, hurting me. He's hurting me. So that's what this guy's kind of speculating. Maybe we need to find out more what that was all about. David can't remember, and she's not really talked about it much. When she said, I'm not Wyatt Earp, I didn't come in town to mop up. I came here to not have a drama, to get away from Mr. Perry and not have any contact with him, and no drama. Just mind my own business, do my thing, make my money, and that's it. Hang out with my family, take care of my kid, raise my kid, and otherwise be left alone. But Princess Cuckoo Bird comes up here and causes one thing after another. Everything's a problem, everything's drama, everything good, he ruins it. Everything fun, he makes it unfun. But see, my guys can get information, Mr. Perry, because they make life easy and fun. Well, you go around and make everybody else's life a living hell. And everybody wants you gone. So we can get information and you can't. And I've said that over and over and over and over. The longer I'm broke, the more we get. The more you contact me, the more we get. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. You reap what you sow. You want to get in my privacy, they're going to get in yours. It causes problems for me, they're going to cause problems for you. We get what you just said. You want my driver's license. We heard you talking about it over and over and over and over. All we need is one. Just one. So when you decide to let the dust settle and try again, like you did last night, we got caught about taking her money to piss off the people where she's staying now. Guess what? You tried it tonight. But we heard you talking about it, so we know. And then you did it. Then you expressed intent, and you did cause bodily injury. As you can hear, pretty sick. I should have enough money to stay home and rest and take care of myself. That's what my guys want. They love me. They want what's best for me. They want me to be able to take care of myself. They care about me, Mr. Perry, and you don't. You care about your lie. You care about, you need a cover up. And the thing is the more you try to cover it up, the more you do to me to try to bully me into a lie and witness tamper and all that crap. Title 18 of the United States Code. Some of you attorneys, I don't know. I don't think you can read. It's not hard. Our guys have a prosecutor, clearly. Mr. Perry, I want no contact with you. You're creepy. When you contact me anyway, we get more. When you peep on me anyway after I've told you not to, stop. Charles, we get more. Is that what you want? You're not getting anything out of this at all but told on. Every day for 7 years. We quote you. You're not getting a date? You're not good enough. You're weirdo. I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. I don't go out with a man unless he can respect my boundaries. It is a felony to peep. It is a felony to hack, sir. It is a felony to stalk. You're criminal. It's a felony to witness tamper. That's 4 crimes right there. You do those 4. You do those 4 24/7. I see this right here. I have my phone's paid up for a while, but as soon as I needed to see this person right here, this person right here was trying to tell me I'm standing here with my light on, so I could take him his food. Mr. Perry blocked where I couldn't read the text. So I'm walking around like an idiot looking for somebody who's texted me and told me I'm gonna be here with a light on so you can see me and give me my food. Then once I give it to him, he won't let me click on underneath where it says no internet connection. He wouldn't let me click on the thing that says confirm delivery. You're done. If you don't hit that, you can't get paid. Well, why is there no internet connection? I've paid my internet service and my phone service. Because Charles is blocking it. That's the second time he's done that in a week. So, my guys are sitting there watching it. They're getting all pissed. They're like, oh my god, really? Oh, brother. Is he doing this again? Yup. He goes, film it. So I filmed it. Only my attorneys are going to have that, Mr. Perry. You'll find out when it's too late how much exactly we have. And the more we have, the easier it'll be to get a conviction. It's, right now, piled up so high. They're after some other people that work with you. They're done with you. You're the gift that keeps on giving. You just can't seem to crank out enough evidence to put you in jail. Trafficking's a crime. Peeping is a crime. Hacking is a crime. Stalking is a crime. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Assault. Intending to cause bodily injury. To coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. And my parents might go to jail with you. They owed me that money a long time ago, and they kept it, and they didn't have that right. You don't have the right to keep them from giving it to me now. So, y'all can go, y'all wait till they arrest you, and then you can figure it out, huh? So, why are we getting it? Just because, we're getting it to use for court. Some of it's already been used to get an investigatory order. It's called probable cause. Here, Judge, we got probable cause. Listen to this. Elite gave us this. We want a wiretap on everybody in this recording. Here's who all was present. Here's the Elite confirmed it. This is all who was there. This is what all they said. And so yeah, he signed off on it. Why wouldn't he? I said, leave me the fuck alone. The more you go, how many times were you told on before you did this stuff to me and how many after? So when you pull a little stunt like you did tonight, Mr. Perry, my guys are like, go say cha-ching. You're going to get paid on the other side of this. So he's taking your money right now and it's pissing us all off. You're sick. You need to be at home in bed, not having to mess with this. So since he robbed you of that and deprived you of your basic right to food and shelter and to get some rest when you're sick, right? And you know what happened? My ex-husband didn't want to be the conduit of coercion this time, or you didn't think I deserved to stay home and get well. See, my guys care about me and you don't. They think I deserve to stay home and get well and know that I can make the money, that I should have the money to be able to do that. And you robbed me of it. So he's like, say cha-ching, because you're going to get it back on the other side of this. He can do whatever he wants right now, and then we'll just use it against him in the criminal case. He knows that. He does it anyway. He knows that when he takes your money, we get more. He does it anyway. He knows that when he rapes you in the privacy of your home, we get more. He does it anyway. He knows when he makes you take a cold shower to torture and torment you, that we get more. He does it anyway. It's so easy, it's not fair. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake. And somebody asked that question. Why is it that there's all these emails of the same thing, the same crime? They've talked about it 20, 30 times. Does he not know he's caught? Is he just, a little slow? Well, he knows. And yet he's doing it anyway. Yup. And he's giving you, confirmation. Yup. He's even making her look a whole lot more credible by the day. Yup. So, what's going on? Maybe he thinks her emails are Roswell aliens issuing a directive. I don't know. He's a kook. You can't explain cuckoo. You can't reason with crazy, and you can't fix stupid. And he's a living, breathing example of that. It doesn't even benefit him. He doesn't get a date. He doesn't get information. He doesn't get cooperation. He doesn't get anything but told on every day. They all do. They're all like that, mentally slow. So we're just like, okay, whatever. I mean, you insist. If you insist, do what you do. So, I mean, it's been a big messed up, fucked up thing for the past week, for sure. Mr. Perry gets more and more desperate to traffic me. Thing is, I found out before, not after. It's a pattern, sir. We didn't learn it by watching CSI. We learned it in daycare. You need to get yourself a nurse.
Leave me alone. I don't want to pray for this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, man. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Okay, so Mr. Perry tries to tell me what he thinks. Like, he thinks I care what he thinks. And I'm like, I don't care what you think. No one understands why you think I do. I said, don't contact me. And boy, howdy, that's what I mean. So the more he contacts me, the more he peeps on me, the more I'm broke, the more he takes my money, the more Mike Neely's in jail. Because you can't kill someone by beat down and end up with not a mark on you while you're unconscious and in respiratory distress dying of a drug overdose. Remember, I did say that before. There was deposition, sir, not after. The more he does all that, he doesn't get the date. There's never going to be a date. He gets told on and told on and told on and caught and told on. More than ever in his life. I want him to answer the questions. Before you did all this shit to me, all of you, Calvin, Mr. Robertson, how many times were you caught? And after how many times? You get caught every day, all day long. We quote you guys. For 7 years. Not a day, not a week, not a month. It didn't just happen once or twice. Every day, all day, for 7 years, we quote you. And you start taking my home, boy, we can start getting names of people. In your, your bitches that kiss your ass. I can't imagine the best you can do is kiss the ass of, be the bitch of a sex weirdo, sadist who can't perform normally in the bedroom. He's a sexually dysfunctional sadist. He enjoys hurting women to get a thrill. You know what makes me get a thrill when I quote you? When I find out what you're trying, that I was trafficked before. You were able to traffic me. That you want my driver's license, and I found out before you were able to take it. You know what? That gives me a sense of power over you. Right? Isn't your thing that you have a situation where you want to be powerful over women? You want to exert control over women because your mommy humiliated when you were a brat, little kid, brat, huh? You grew up and now you gotta control women and bully women to feel tough instead of going to pick on a man like men do. You're deviant. You're strange-o, right? Isn't that how it is? So what happens though is you take my money so you feel tough guy. You make me take a cold shower so you feel tough guy. Guess what happens? We get more, and I'm quoting you, and then I feel powerful over you. Because that's something that I can do that no one else has been able to do. They don't have the help that I have. And no one will tell you who these guys helping me are. You know why? Because everybody hates you. They're sick of this little prissy pants act of yours. Poor me. My mommy humiliated me, and I'm going to take it out on all other women and beat Cynthia down. And all these guys have a meeting to try to make one girl fail. Make sure she can't make any money so she pisses off the people where she's staying. Guess what? We heard you say that. So when you take my money, that's what happens. We get that. We get stuff like that. What you just said about taking my money. Right? It's pathetic. So you don't get the date. Charles has been alone for 13 years. We don't know where Jackie, Jordan, and Matthew are. Not where they should be. They're not staying on top of this. They should. There might be some legal ramifications for them because they don't. He needs a nurse. Clearly, he can't get a grip on reality and see that when we're quoting him, there's some power involved in that. The Fabian puzzle, Mr. Perry, where'd that come from? There's power there, sir. You're just a wannabe. Never the one wanted. There's power that can get me a puzzle like that in jail. And it wasn't up to you. Every time we quote you, it's never up to you, is it? We control the information, not you. Always have. For 7 years. Remember, Mr. Perry, it's every day for 7 years that you know of. It's every day for a decade that we know of. Yep. You don't get all of it. We do. Who all has it? If you knew who all had it in law enforcement, you'd shit yourself. You would truly shit yourselves, all of you. What you're supposed to do is leave me alone. Just like this guy here who's normal and can probably get a date, a real one, and you can't. All the guys helping me, they can all get a date. They all have a real woman sitting on their lap, and you don't. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. But you get told on and told on and told on. Now, you can prove the shrink right or wrong. I don't even care. You can act like you think. You act like you don't understand me still. You're still trying to make unwanted contact with me, and I don't want to hear it. I don't care what you think. No one does. And no one understands why you think we would. You know what everybody's worried about? Me. And what you're putting me through, and Mike. So everybody's very angry at what you've done. We quote you because everybody's very angry at you for what you've done. Peeping is a felony, and it's sicko. You're a fucking sicko. You're a turnoff. You're fat, you're lazy, you're stupid. You're a peeping Tom turnoff. And we can get information and you can't. Do what you do, weirdo.